Stuff about the Bible that just don't make sense. Really just starts to begin in the book of Genesis. I mean, God takes the rib of Adam and creates Eve. If you were to take somebody with the same number of, the same chromosome pairing, for males it's XY, for females it's XX. If you were to take like a rib out of Adam and to make Eve, it would be impossible. You would create Steve. It would literally be Adam and Steve, because it's parthenogenesis, kind of. I mean, you're taking like a body part and then like basically in God's lab cloning it. Well, they were gay then. So that doesn't make any sense in terms of procreation. Adam and Eve had 3 sons. Cain kills Abel. There was one woman. The third one was Seth. There's one woman because God only created Eve, but they have grandkids. That would cause telomere attrition, otherwise known as inbreeding, causes retardation. And the odds of those kids even living past like infancy is like very, very small. If you fuck your mother and have children, the odds of your children from that union living past infancy is very small. In the beginning it was dark, not light, because there was nothingness in a quantum fluctuation. So saying in the beginning it was void does make sense, and then there was light, and that part does make sense. But like as soon as you introduce people into the mix and like the orders of things occurring that don't fit with the fossil record, like how land plants miraculously show up at the wrong time in the evolutionary record, fish and shit show up, and birds show up at different times. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. The fact that they had to like wander in the desert with Moses for 40 years, like the teeny tiny area that they had to go was like a couple hundred miles. Like for 40 years, if you can't find where you need to go in 40 years, I mean, even without a compass in the desert, you're still pretty fucking stupid. It would be like wandering between Aberdeen and Spokane for 40 years and you can't fucking find Spokane when it's like a beeline path in 40 years. What are you, dumb? You would find it eventually. 40 years. There was no fucking flood, okay? The whole idea of like animals in Mount Ararat that don't belong there has to do with rising sea levels. Nothing to do with a flood. Big ass difference. Flooding is like riverbanks, and rising sea levels is the ocean. Again, are you dumb? Like the fact that God sacrificed himself as Jesus because of a mistake he made, then scapegoated it to his creation instead of just taking the blame, is the most narcissistic thing I've ever heard in my life. But have you read the Bible? God is the biggest asshole on the planet or in the universe anyway. So like if you expect me to worship somebody that kills millions of people while scapegoating it to his prison warden in hell called Satan, no. You can't just scapegoat it to man. Like if you built a toaster and the toaster burned your toast, what do? Beat up the toaster and give it a stern talking to? No, you talk to the company that made it the engineers that made it, and you blame them and get a better toaster. You don't blame the toaster. And which is essentially what God does to human beings. Blames the creation. Way to pass the buck.